What's going on, guys? We're back. Part 22 of the Ultimate Guide to Dark Souls 2, and in this one we're going to be covering Dragon's Aerie.
Yep, so obviously before we go there, we're just going to upgrade any gear, make sure our weapons are at plus 10 or whatever, and you kind of want to upgrade your Great Club, as that's, you know, our lizard killing tool.
And
so,
there are a lot of lizards in Dragon's Aerie.
Yeah, 11 in total. Now we're going to ignore them for the first part, we're going to show you the lizards at the end. So we're just going to show you the way around and then we'll do the lizard run. Yeah,
because there's a few dragons here. There's basically, it's literally a case of, you know that last boss you just fought and all these keep the Guardian Dragon? Yeah, he's just copy and pasted like 3 times, 4 times in this area.
But it's super easy, so you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I actually think the Guardian Dragons here have got more health than the one that was the boss.
But these ones don't fly or have any of the attacks. So here we are in Dragon's Aerie. Obviously in the last episode we got the Aged Feather off the Emerald Herald, went to the first bonfire and came here. Now there's a whole lot of ore in this area that we want to get, that way we can upgrade our armour for New Game Plus.
Yeah, there's a lot of twinkling.
Yep, so that way we'll be ready for New Game Plus and the DLC. So careful with these sandbagger guys because they can knock you off the bridges and they're always on the fucking bridges.
They're just randomly here for some reason. So, like we said, we're just going to ignore all the lizards, but we get lucky in the fact that I get this one.
Yeah, but we re-get them later on.
Yeah, like, we've got 2 sets of footage for this, basically, so you're seeing the one that went smoother. But we obviously go back and do all the lizard runs and just show you guys what it's like. So these dragons, as per the boss, seem to be weak to dark damage again. Now, these guys are a little bit different from the boss in that they can drop Petrified Something, Petrified Dragon Bone, Twinkling Titanite. They have a very rare drop of the Flame Quartz Ring +2, and they can also drop Fire Tempest. Now, we believe these guys are weak to dark because, well, Guardian Dragon's weak to dark and magic, so we think the same about these guys. For some reason, dragons are not weak to lightning, but just basically stay between their feet, spin to win them, because they don't have any of the flying attacks that the Guardian Dragon had, so they're a little bit easier.
And there you go, you got a Twinkling Titanite off him.
Dark Knight Stone. So that's actually the first one that's available to you, I think, other than that Crystal Lizard that we got from the start of the game. So what that means then is you wouldn't be able to make a dark weapon until here if you missed the lizard, but I'm sure you guys got that no problem.
Now, another thing to mention is that there's a bunch of eggs in this level. Now, the more eggs that you smash, the less time you have on the bridge at the end. The final bridge. So yeah, you'll know what the final bridge is. Now, basically, you can just come back and then reset the eggs if you rest at the bonfire, I'm sure.
No, what you do is you go to the bonfire and you warp from that bonfire to that bonfire again.
Ah, okay.
Because you can warp to the bonfire you're resting at, just in case you guys didn't know. So if you want to reset an area quickly, like instead of dying to do it, you can just warp back to that same area from where you are and you'll be fine.
Yeah, so basically it means that you can reset the eggs and then run through the level without smashing any of the eggs.
Yeah.
And now, right, what we're showing you right now is we went across that bridge and picked up that old Radiant Life Gem, and to go that way you had to go up the top and past that dragon. Now, if you can't be fucked killing the dragon or anything like that,
you can skip.
Yeah, so here's like the lower version to get to the same area, essentially.
So this was the path next to the Crystal Lizard that we killed. Just next to it. Not the one the Crystal Lizard was in, not the one the Crystal Lizard was in, the one next to it. There's actually also a shortcut here.
But that'll probably be in another video.
Yeah, that'll be in another video, but there is a shortcut where you can cut out all of Dragon's Aerie, basically. Yeah. You don't even need to fight anything, you just run past everything. In fact, you only encounter one enemy, and that is the sandbag mummy at the very beginning. Yeah. And that's it, so you're fine from then on out. So this is us just back where we were before we changed direction.
Yeah. Just fighting the sandbaggers again. Remember, just stay away from the edge this entire time, just to make sure you don't fall off the edge.
Yeah, because these guys have some sort of launching knockback.
Yeah, and remember,
can't fuck with you.
We're just getting a good range and hit on them. So
yeah. And at this point as well, there's another dragon around here. Now, you want to buff here and then run in for the dragon, because its Fire Breath, for whatever reason, if it does aggro, its Fire Breath doesn't recognise mass. It just goes straight through it all. And that's something you need to be careful of when you're running past this one in particular. A lot of speedrunners do run past it, and if they don't take the Dragon's Aerie shortcut, they'll run past it. So, yeah. I've seen a fair few speedruns ended because the dragon here killed them or launched them in the air. Either or. Both things can happen at the same time. So, yeah. So just take down the dragons as per usual, get between their feet, use your spin to wins, and get all the drops, Petrified Something and Twinkling Titanite.
Great shit.
Can't complain about that. Now, Petrified Something is actually something that they you get as a starting gift. It's like a small petrified ball. You trade that with the crows.
Yeah.
It's a very high chance of getting like the Demon's Great Hammer or the Titanite Slab, stuff like that. It's just the stuff that is very difficult or very rare drop rather from the crows. Petrified something has the highest rate of getting you that.
If you need to know more about that, just watch the first episode, and not to be confused with Petrified Dragon Bone, which are used to upgrade certain weapons and armor.
And not to be confused with Petrified Egg, which is used to join a certain covenant.
Yeah, so
So there's 3 different petrified shit in this game, and 2 of them are useful, 1 of them is alright.
now you saw that there was another path going down the way. That path was actually like an entrance over there,
Yeah,
which
you
leads
see
back
that.
up.
Yeah. It's just basically if you wanted to not go this way, but you need to go this way to get all the lizards, so we're just showing you that right now. As we said, we're going to come back here and do the lizard run later anyway. We just want to clear out all of these dragons first of all, because these guys pose the biggest threat. So, for some reason that dragon glitched, and let us actually just apply the buff right between its feet.
Yeah, because
So-
why not?
Yeah, so we're just basically moving with it until it attacks, and then once it's made its mind up on what attack it's going to use, we're going to try and hit it. But these stomps have horrible tracking, and this is to show you that its head point is its weakness as well, by the way.
Yeah, if you hit its head, you do a hell of a lot more damage, but you really don't need to. I mean, you hit it like 4 times if you do a spintle in between its legs. So
Yeah. So that's fine as well, like that's not a problem.
So we're just ignoring the lizards for now. We'll come back to them, and just more eggs. But obviously we don't need to bother with them because we'll reset the level before we
Yeah.
go over the bridge. So we've got Ring of Evil Eye +1 right there. Just that's a thing, but
Yeah,
obviously,
that's actually the second one you can get.
Yeah,
The other one you get for skipping the Grave of Saints, which I believe we showed you that in the Grave of Saints gutter video.
So now we're going to come up to another Navlan invasion point.
Now,
Again,
of course, this is if you free the Navlan in Aldea's Keep, and yeah, this is if you free them.
Yeah.
This is the quest line that you've got with them. So at this point, we're more like concerned with healing, so we're going to run away because Navlan has loads of insane hexes. Like this one, what even is that? That is just Dark Wind,
yeah.
and that's his own custom Dark Storm, which he can cast and then leave the vicinity of where he casted, which is insanely cool.
As you can see, he also does more damage than the actual dragons do, and he is definitely one of the more powerful NPC invaders, but again,
He's the one I'm most scared of.
Yeah, but it shouldn't really be an issue because, again, he's a humanoid NPC, so you can take him out fairly easily.
Yeah, humanoid NPC number 21.
So now there is a zipline that takes you from this place, it takes you back to the beginning of the level.
Now that is our main priority first of all. Now you're going to see us pass over. In fact, that's on the way back. We pass over
Yeah,
the drop. So what we're going to do now is, of course, kick the ladder down, because we need to kick the ladder down because that's the bonfire shortcut. And that means that if for whatever reason if you do die from that bonfire, you just climb up and then you take this zip line and it takes you right back to the beginning. Right back to the end rather where Navlan invaded.
Yeah, so now there's quickly this little drop here where you pick up a Twinkling Titanite. So obviously, you may as well.
This is a dead drop, so there's no way back from this. There's actually a couple of these in Dragon's Aerie. Just for like a few items. So like, there's one that leads you to a soul packet, there's one that leads you
to this.
Well, there's this one. Is there not one as well over by the last dragon that we killed? There's one that's just off the side.
Yeah.
I think it's I can't even remember what it is. I'm going to laugh. I've got a feeling that it's like Homeward Bone or something. See if it's Homeward Bone, I'm going to laugh because you just get the Aged Feather. Now Homeward Bones are obviously obsolete.
Yeah.
And just so you guys know as well, you keep the Aged Feather in NG Plus as well, so Homeward Bones are still obsolete.
So here's a zipline, and you need to basically time the let go.
For just as soon as you pass over the bridge. Now, a good thing to do as well is if you're worried about rolling off the edge, drop into a plunging attack. Because if you drop into a plunging attack, you won't roll when you land. So that's a good way if you're worried about rolling from where you land off and missing the soul packet. But that's actually not really that bad of a... Like, that's something that I've just gotten, just naturally. I've just went, yeah, now I should let go. So like you can sort of work it out. I mean, you do have a little bit of like sort of forward momentum when you let go, so... Just get the feel of it, because I've not missed that once, and I've always just went, yeah, this seems about right, and just went for it then, so yeah, you'll probably figure it out yourself naturally.
So now we're going to go back to that second dead drop.
Yeah, this is the one I was talking about.
This is, yeah, exactly. This is the one where it's that other path that I mentioned. This takes you back up to that
this is
bit of the dragon.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. So this is a bit of a more sort of closer to the wall sort of deal one. As a soul packet, fair enough.
I'm pretty sure this is a petrified dragon bone. Oh,
Faris Lockstone, right? So it's something that is just about as useless as a Homeward Bone at this point.
Yeah, because we've got loads of Faris.
There aren't even any more Faris contraptions from this point in the game.
Nah, there is. There's one in the memory. In fact, there's a bunch in the memories.
Oh yeah, there's a few in the memories, and there's one in Dragon Shrine actually for the second. No, it's not for Sunset Staff. It's for the Judgment.
Yeah, so if you don't actually have a First Lockstone, disregard what he said. Go get that Lockstone for the next area.
Yeah, you need one Lockstone for the next area. That's it. Yeah, just one Lockstone.
So we're going to take the zip line again back over, and then this is on us back onto the bridge. Now, for some reason, we didn't reset the bridge actually, so.
Just so you guys know, instead of sprinting up this bridge, it's quicker for you to just roll up it, because the bridge is swaying, you get sort of this slow walk bullshit. But if you just roll, then you get up the bridge a lot quicker. That's something that I figured out a lot later after we've recorded the guide. Because remember, we recorded all of this then we edited it, then we're doing the voiceover for it from start to finish again. So this is like, to us, this is old footage, basically, because of how much we've done in between. But yeah, that's us at Dragon Shrine, and now this is us doing the Lizard Run. And of course, we're halfway through the video now. That's how short the next area is, the Dragon Shrine. It's quite short.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So now what we're doing is we're getting this lizard. So just take advantage of jump attack, take advantage of that two-handed R2 for the pancake attack. It's basically like a standing vertical slam, so you shouldn't have any problem with the lizards. And of course, we've taken out all the dragons, so there should be nothing in the way. Aged Feather as well, so if you miss a lizard, you literally lose nothing by going to reset for it.
Yeah, so again, taking advantage of the great running attacks as well, that's really the main thing, because the running attacks are that downward slam, but the Great Club has such a long range, so, you know, that's, you know, a good thing, I guess, obviously.
So we miss a lizard.
It's fine, because we just...
maybe two, because I can't fucking get the slam. There we go.
There we go.
Alright, so we missed one of the lizards on this first platform, so of course we're going to Homeward Bone back, and then come back. Not Homeward Bone, we're going to Aged Feather back, and then come back so we don't miss any.
There's another one up there.
Yes, there is another one up there.
So, like, we get the other one. Like, it seems like it is quite difficult to get all of these without having to Homeward Bone back at least once.
Yeah, it's quite a pain in the ass to try and get them all together.
So, I mean, you can see it was quite necessary to upgrade the...
Yeah, there's a lot of materials here, and of course, you do want to use any materials you had spare to upgrade that club to at least a +6 level, so that you can one-shot, and if you don't one-shot, then you'll definitely flip them. Because it seems that Crystal Lizards flip based on the amount of damage that you've done to them, so you want to do as much damage as possible so you can flip them over, and then hit them with a follow-up. And for some reason, I am one-handing. I don't know why.
Yeah, don't one-hand.
But there, as you can see, just clip R1, R2, done. So you're running R1, then an R2. That's all you need to beat a lizard, and that was the one that we missed actually from that platform there.
Yeah. So now we're at the one with the dragon that can do fire through walls. So there's this one right here. So remember to kill that one. There's one at the other side, which you obviously have to run straight across to get.
Yeah.
But before we get that one,
there's one that is quite easily startled.
Yeah, so if you run across the other one, there's a chance that the other one will run away. So
yeah, the other one that's here.
Come round, drop attack this one, and then run to the other one, because you're at that bit of the side, you're too far away to actually startle the other one.
Yeah, so just what we done there, we just dropped down, got it, and then it seems like this lizard, as soon as you go for the other lizard, this lizard has an insanely like wide aggro range from the front, but not from the back. It has like its aggro range from the back is non-existent. So
there we go.
Take advantage of that.
So that's those 3 down, and there should be another 4.
I don't know. There's just that many lizards here that I just don't know. And of course that helps as well if you can use the large club to sort of one-bag all the sandbaggers. Just hit them in the face once with it and they're dead.
Yeah. So this bit's quite tricky. You need to drop down here and then quickly drop down and get that guy with a plunge. And then there's one over there, but pretty sure there's one behind us as well. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think there is. I think we end up needing to reset for the one that's behind us.
I don't think so, but we'll see. More twinkling, and then there is...
we do.
Apparently we do reset.
Yep, because it seems like, because of the plunging attack, it sets off, because it's quite loud.
Oh no, that was it.
Is that it then? Is that all of them?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh well, there you go then.
So there's just 2 there, there's 2... Yeah, that is right. Yeah. There was the 1 below, the 5 up top, the 3, 2, that's 11.
Alright, fair dues. So this is bonfire aesthetic. Now this is of course Dragon Shrine, the first bonfire, just at the other end of the final bridge from Dragon's Aerie. That is included in this video, of course, because it's such a short area. We decided to compact it into the one guide. These guys here are Drake Keepers. Now, Drake Keepers drop the... where is it? They can drop their armor set. Can you silence everything, please? They drop their armor set. This is close to Drake Keeper's armor. They can drop the ones with the sword and shield can drop the Drake Keeper's sword and shield. The ones with the hammer can drop the Drake Keeper's hammer. The ones with the war pick can drop the war pick, of course. The ones with the ultra great can drop the ultra great sword. Yeah, they can pretty much drop whatever they've got on them. The ones with the war pick have a chance to drop the Great Shield of Glory, which is just a massive fucking shield. And they have a chance to also drop Dragon Charms quite rarely.
Yeah, so here's this guy's...
This is just a Dark Priestess. They have a chance to drop the Priestess set, the Cleric's Parma, and the Silver Talisman.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Pretty sure that there's one of the only places in the game where you can actually get the Priest set. I'm pretty sure it's pretty much him or the guy in...
Magus Congregation as well.
Yeah. Now remember...
Can't you buy it from...
We used that...
What? Alright, cool. We used the what? Continue your point.
We used the Faris Lockstone to get the Judgment set and Staff of Wisdom, so remember to get that. And remember, jump over here, and this is the Watch Dragon Parma, I'm sure.
No, it's the Drake Keeper's Great Axe and
So
the Drake Keeper's Great Shield.
So that's where you get those Drake Keeper things, but all the other things seem to be from
the Drake Keeper's Great Axe is actually an amazing strength scaling weapon. It has 40 strength requirement, and it's got really good scaling. It's got really high damage, and it's got a good moveset as well. So definitely one of my favourites.
So here we are, we're next to a Mimic.
And we're just showing you the difference here. You can see this wooden chest has a lock on the front, and this one doesn't. So we know that the one on the right is a Mimic. Now just be careful as well, by the way, because those guys up top, the one with the sword and shield can sort of come down. So just be careful of that, and try not to stand too close to the Mimic either, because as it turns out, no matter where you stand, as long as you are anywhere near them, they will put you in that grab.
So
this is the guy we're talking about with the War Pick and Shield of Glory. These guys are insane.
So you kind of need to kill... This is like the only guy that is actually like this. This is like the only Drake Keeper like this.
No, there's two at the top of the stairs as well.
Okay, well the point is, when it comes to Drake Keepers, we actually suggest that if you're just going through this area, don't bother fighting them unless you want to farm their stuff.
Even this guy here, like the doors behind him, you have to like go through like a small pause before you can open them. You can still just bait this guy away and open the doors without actually having to kill them. But he does drop the Drake Keeper's War Pick, which is a very, very good weapon. It's a massive hammer that has a halberd moveset. Has good scaling as well, so it's very, very good. And yeah, so this guy's just a pain because he turtles like a beast.
Yeah.
He's actually one of the few enemies in the game that uses their shield offensively.
Yeah, and he's also quite hard to get behind most of the time. So
oh yeah, he's actually one of the more difficult enemies. He's probably harder than most bosses actually when it comes to trying to land in a reliable hit.
Yeah, exactly. So we got a bit of spice in the herb there, so that's something.
Yeah, but this is what we want. The third dragon ring. So remember that second dragon ring that you got from the Man Scorpion Turk? This is the third dragon ring. It's just basically an upgraded version of it. More health, more stamina, more equipment load. That's exactly what it does. It's great.
You definitely want to be getting that.
Yep, it's just a direct upgrade. It's perfect. And we were invaded by Dragon Fang Villard. You'll notice his armor is quite unique in that he is a dragon. That's something you get from the Dragon Covenant, which
we'll show you how to join.
We'll show you how to join, yeah.
But yeah, so this guy, he has a very rare chance to drop the Black Dragon Greatsword.
Which the only other way to get it is to get it via the Covenant. Now he has a tendency to do rolling attacks in the wrong direction. So just walk in with your shield up, and 9 times out of 10 he will do that rolling attack, and he's that easy.
Yeah, literally both times that we recorded this, he done the exact same thing.
Yep, and that's the Petrified Egg. That is the Petrified Egg, which you need to join the Dragon Covenant, which once again, we're going to show you later in the video. This is the Watch Dragon Parma. This is a very good shield. This shield is every reason not to use the Mirage Shield.
Yeah, it's literally better than it in every single way.
Every single way, including weight, including stat requirement, including all damage reductions, stability, it's just better than it in every way. The Mirage Shield is obsolete, and this is Crystal Magic Weapon. Now, this is like the first high damage sorcery buff that you're going to get as a mage, so that's why we don't particularly enjoy playing them. I mean, you can get Dark Weapon very early, which is great. You don't get Sunlight Blade until Amana, you don't get Crystal Magic Weapon until here. What's the other one? Flame Weapon. You can buy that from Strayed.
So we're getting kind of fucked up here.
You just don't want to mess with those guys.
Yeah, honestly, both of them here are just more pain than they're worth. Again, just ignore Drake Keepers unless you want to farm their stuff. Just ignore them, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, they've got more health than you have Estus, basically.
Yeah.
And this, I don't know what the developers were thinking with this particular set of stairs. It was just, let's just put everything you hate here.
But again, just fuck it, just ignore them and run. Now these guys are...
Dragon Acolytes. Now, these guys here are part of the Dragon Covenant. They can drop the Black Dragon Sword, which is the short sword version of the Great Sword, the Black Dragon Great Axe, the Black Dragon War Pick, the Black Dragon Shield, and they can drop Dragon Scale, so they can pretty much drop the weapons you see them using.
Yeah.
Now, of course, as ever, their weapons have better movesets.
So if you run in like past the archway to get in here, they'll stop aggroing. So that's the main thing.
Not all the time. You have to pass. See this little shaded stone circlet that you're standing on? You have to pass that because the guy with the axes can chase you in. That's why there's that gif of the guy who's talking to the ancient dragon. He gets fucking demolished by the dragon acolyte.
Talk to the dragon. And
don't attack him.
Get the Ashen Mist Heart. Yeah, don't attack him. But if you do attack him, skip forward 2 episodes to see how to beat him.
Yeah, we're gonna kill the dragon later on because he drops a giant soul, and we need that later.
But if you ask for absolution, then he will then talk to you again, and you can get that.
Yeah. So if you accidentally hit him or for whatever reason, you drop your controller, a soul spear goes off, and somehow that's enough to aggro him, then yeah, you can go request absolution from Oswald above the congregation boss room, and that is how you can go back and talk to the ancient dragon and get the Ashen Mist Heart, so you don't waste all your effigies trying to fight a nigh impossible boss unless you know how to do it.
So we're back in the Iron Keep, and this is Magirold. No, it's not Magirold. Is it Magirold?
Magirold the Lanifer.
And then he's like, oh, petrified egg, he'll let you join the Dragon Covenant once you give it to him.
Now 10 dragon scales, you get the dragon headstone. At 20, you get the body stone, and at 30, you get the Black Dragon Greatsword.
Right. Okay. So
and for joining the Covenant, you get the ring, which improves your Estus, not by enough to wear the ring, in my opinion. And of course, you get the Dragon Eye stone, so that you can place down your dragon sign and be summoned, so you can fight people for dragon scales.
Yeah, it's basically just a red eye soapstone.
But for the Dragon Covenant
specifically.
The good thing about the Dragon Covenant is it's a guarantee that you will not be ganked, and it's a guarantee that you can heal as well, because dragons can heal in PvP, and you can only be summoned into someone's world if they have no phantoms there whatsoever.
Ah, well there you go.
So that's a very good way to avoid ganking.
And remember, the Dragon Headstone lets you breathe fire, and the Dragon Eye,
the Dragon Body Stone, yeah.
Makes you just, if you press it, it'll give you like...
It has a built-in force miracle, basically. It covers you in the entirety of the dragon armor, and it also gives you a small damage buff for a few seconds as well. For like 25 seconds, it gives you Sacred.
So just quickly there, we put all our souls into adaptability.
Yeah, as ever, like we're pretty much finished with this build. It's just trying to get to that 105 agility stat, and then afterwards put it in whatever you want. Of course, at the end of this guide, you can soul vessel and make your build whatever you like.
Yeah.
But that's it for this video, guys. We've covered Dragon's Shrine and Dragon's Aerie. Got in every item, as expected. We actually got a really good one we forgot to mention, the Dragon's Tooth, familiar to those of Dark Souls 1 who like Havel.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. So as ever, click the box on the left to go to the last episode, which is All Days Keep. Click the box on the right to go to the next episode, which I believe is the Memories.
Yep.
And yeah, we've got a donation link in the channel description down below if you guys want to donate to us. Don't feel obligated to, merely watching the video, viewing, commenting, subscribing, liking the video. All more than enough than a donation. We wouldn't ask anything more from you guys. Now, Facebook and Twitter links are on screen, and of course the Twitch link, where we've broken into 1,400 followers right away, very quickly, from 1,300 quite literally 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, we're good with that. We're good.
Not bad. So that's it for this episode. And hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the memories part.
Yeah, we'll see you guys then, and as ever, if we've missed anything, which we probably haven't, let us know.
Not that you'll even be listening at this point.
Yeah,
if anyone is listening at this point...
You've finished watching at this point, so I mean, fuck the lot of you. But seriously, guys, see you later.